Well, good morning and welcome to Homestead Happenings. The cold has set into the Ozarks. It's been below freezing for several nights here in the Ozarks of Arkansas, and the rest of this week it's probably not going to get much higher than 33, 34, 35 all week long. And now they're predicting a little bit of snow this Friday and Saturday. So keep your fingers crossed, guys. We are plenty warm enough here in the camper, and I will show you in a second why, but I bet all of you guys want to see this. The house. If you guys have been following along, go check out that playlist, Building Our Tiny House. The tiny house is dried in, and it is nice and dry inside there, guys. It has worked out just as we had hoped. And when I say hope, I mean hope, because we are not professional builders, but it came out really, really well. And we are super duper happy with how things have turned out. We've actually already started doing some work on the inside. There'll be a video coming up pretty quick on that. And if everything goes well, we will be going next weekend to get doors and windows and get those installed. I'm gonna have to put a set of stairs on the front when I put the front door in, but that'll be a video coming up pretty soon too. But the house build, while great, we got a whole homestead here, guys. We got a whole homestead that needs our attention, including our garden. If you're a farmer or a gardener, you know what I'm talking about, guys. We're in pretty good shape here. Let me go over and show you what we got going on. We've taken quite a bit of the garden apart already. You can see here, we still have these trellises here, but they're disconnected. All the other trellises are up. You can see them over there. And Missy has started taking the ground fabric out so that we can prep our rows for next year. And that's something that's gonna happen really, really soon. But we're super excited because the next video that's coming out, guys, we've actually already done some planting here in the garden. Let me go take you into the garden and show you what we got going on. Hold on. Oh, my fingers are freezing, guys, freezing. So, yeah, see, got the trellises, they're down, but I got to get them rolled up. But things happen when those things tell us it's time to happen. And unfortunately, if you guys have been here a while, you know I've been sick. I've been sick for 5 or 6 weeks. Pretty much since the house build, I got sick and stayed sick. And Missy also got sick. She's only been sick about 3 weeks, but her illness turned into bronchitis, and she had to go to the emergency room because her breathing and coughing was so bad that she needed some help. So she went to the emergency room, got an IV of antibiotics, and she got a inhaler and a bunch of medicine, and she's starting to feel a little bit better. But if you've ever had bronchitis, you know that's a long road. So she's on the mend. She's getting a little bit better each day. We're hoping by next weekend, when we go to do doors and windows, that she will be up for that trip and that challenge moving forward. But garden, guys, can you see this? Let me show you. We have this row, and this row. And let me take you down there and show you what we've got here. Look at that little baby. There's another one right there, and another one. They're all throughout these rows. They're coming up next week. You'll see a video on this. That's 3 rows of garlic. There's probably 250 bulbs or cloves in each one of those rows. So that is going to be more than enough garlic for us and for sale. So hoping that that does really well. We've kind of got a new method going on here that we're going to try in the garden. You will see some changes to the rest of the garden, but in that upcoming video we'll explain the wood chips and our thoughts on what's going on with that. But ooh, can you see, guys? Look, driveway frozen. You can see frozen. All the water here on the homestead frozen solid, not going anywhere. Now it is what it is, guys. It does get cold here in Arkansas in January and February. We knew that moving forward because we were here last year, and we had moved down here February the year before, so we knew what it's all about. But like I said, we're actually pretty warm in the camper. I'm going to show you a little bit of what we got going on over there, but as I go back, I got to get these. So I got these 2 filled, and we go through about 1 to 2 of these a week. Hold on, guys, I'm gonna try and get this out at the same time. Oh, there we go. We go through about 1 or 2 of these a week, and I don't care if Missy goes through 2 of them, she goes through 3 of them. It doesn't matter to me. So let me get this one and head back to the house with it. As long as she stays warm in the camper. And we have a little electric heater, oil-filled radiator heater, that does a pretty good job of keeping the camper warm, but the gas furnace that comes with the camper really gives it a nice boost, and keeps things nice and toasty so that she can get better and heal up. But we've taken some precautions, guys. Hey, throw this down. Oh. We've taken some precautions with the camper that we didn't do last year that were necessary this year, and I'll show you. You see this? We skirted the whole camper with insulation this year, and pretty much everybody we know that is homesteading and has started their homestead in a camper has used this as a way to help keep the wind from going under the camper. You don't want that wind going under there. And they swear by it. Well, we did it this year, and I swear by it too. It really works well. It keeps a lot of that coldness that comes up through the floor from happening, and our heating duct system runs underneath, so the hot air that's coming out of the furnace actually is a little bit warmer now because we have done that. So look at, guys, look at my water. Anywhere you see where I had a little divot, it's now a little tiny frozen ice skating rink. It's not fully frozen. Here, I'll show you. It's not fully frozen, but there's about a ½ inch of ice on every puddle. That's fairly deep. So it is what it is. We only have really 6 more weeks till the end of February. And really at the end of February, it's been our experience. Oh, look guys, can you see right there? Let's go check it out. We have an escapee. I think that's Starburst. Starburst has come out to do a little foraging. Oh, look, he's getting a little water from this pond here. Hey, Starburst. You out foraging around? Yeah, there's a little hole there, and she's getting some water. She'll fly back over and get back in by the end of the night. The flock is doing pretty good, guys. They're doing all right in that coop, but we love the idea of the mobile chick coop so that we can move our chickens around here. And it's worked out. It really has. It's worked out. But we're thinking come this spring of making more of a permanent coop and run for these guys, because these birds are actually 2.5 years old, and they're coming to the end of their real strong egg production. And this flock that we have here, it's a multi-species flock, and they make beautiful Easter eggs, all different colors, but they're not super prolific. Like, even in the height of the season, we have 14 birds now, and we'll be lucky to get 7-9 eggs a day, and that's not super fantastic. So we're going to need to get a new flock pretty soon, and I think what we're going to do is keep these guys in this, build a new permanent chicken coop and run, and put our new birds in that, because you really, everything I've read and saw, you really can't mix flocks. It doesn't really work out the way you think. And then we'll transition these guys into chicken soup. So, because they're not meat birds, there's not a lot of meat on them, but we're not going to waste them. We're not just going to get rid of them. It's not how we roll here on the homestead. So we will turn them into chicken soup and other deliciousness here on the homestead. And it's been a while, so I may as well bring you over here. You guys, Missy's car's doing well, new car. The rabbits are doing very well. Now, you can see here, we've taken a little bit of precaution for getting them a little bit more out of the wind, and the backs of their coops and the sides, they're all boarded off, but facing them coming this way is north. That's north and west, and our wind kind of comes this way. So we wanted to give them a little bit more protection, because they are deep into breeding season. This is the time to breed them, and we had a bit of a problem about 3-4 weeks ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago, with this rabbit here. This is our white spotted rabbit. Hi honey, you want to say hello? She did her first breeding. She was born here on the homestead, and she did her first breeding this year. And she carried through and had 6 kits. And they were doing good for about a week, maybe 10 days. And then we had a really cold night. That was a little bit unexpected. They still had their nest box full of hay, but the bunnies had come to the front of the nest box instead of being tucked down in the back. And we mistakenly thought that she would just take them and put them more in the back and cover them with the fur again. But we mistakenly forgot that she is a first-time mama, and she didn't know. So let's just say that didn't turn out the way anybody had hoped. So we did this plastic thing. We're going to be more conscious of needing to move the baby bunnies more if we need to. And hopefully she'll do a little bit better job this time around. And then in here, if I can get this open, everything wants to freeze. In here we have our black and white. Hi, honey. And she has a new nest box. She is bred as well. She is bred as well, so they are gonna have babies a week apart. And we're gonna be very cautious to take care of those babies much better than we did the first one. And I know, guys, you're gonna say, oh, we should have known. We're just learning. It was a tragic mistake on our part, but we learned from it and we're gonna move forward. You wanna see our buck? There he is. Hey, buddy. We gave him a little hutch in here, and that's full of hay, but believe it or not, guys, he likes to sit on top of it. So that's fine. He's got a place that he can go and get in a big thing of hay and nestle in there and stay warm. They should be fine moving forward with these new measures that we have taken. So very excited about the prospects for the future. So I am getting ready right now. Actually, I'm going to leave probably half hour, 45 minutes. I'm going to jump back in my truck. I have to go get in the big truck, head back out to the Carolinas, make another run to make the money that builds our house. So Missy will be here on the homestead. I pretty much have everything buttoned up to the point where really all she needs to do all week long is come outside, feed and water the rabbits. They get water twice a day. Feed and water the chickens. The chickens really only need water once a day because their water doesn't freeze as much. And if she comes out with her mud boots on, she can stomp on the puddles, break them open, and the chickens will get water out of there. So they'll have plenty of water, but Missy won't have plenty of water. You see, we get our water from this frost free, and it runs in a line all the way to the back and into the camper. And although we put insulation on the line, that is not 100%. And right now that line is froze up. But fear not, guys. We have a 5-gallon freshwater bucket in there for bathroom use. And the frost-free, it's right outside the door. So like this morning, I came to the frost-free, filled up the coffee pot, filled up a couple of jugs to brush teeth and do those things. So it's not the end of the world. It is what it is. It's going to get slightly warmer. I think on Wednesday it might go to 36. If the water line thaws out, Missy will turn it on, heat up water, and be able to take a shower. But if she needs a shower or something like that, she can go to our friend Ann and Rich's. I'm sure they will let her take a shower, no problem. And as far as dishes go, she's just going to heat up a pot of water for dishes. And that's homesteading, guys. That's the way we roll here right now. But you know what? That's motivation. That's motivation to get this done and get in it, because this time next year, I want to be in this house. I want to be living in this house. And that is going to take an enormous amount of work on my part and on Missy's part. My part is the house. And it's challenging because I'm only home for 3 days, 2 full days and a day, half a day each week to get stuff done on the house. But if I am devoting myself to the house, Missy is going to be pretty much on her own for the most part in the garden. And we have been doing this project in the garden together since we moved down here. But since I had to take a job, this is what it is, guys. We're not sad about it. It's just one of the things that we're going to have to do to make our dream come true. I mean, dreams are hard. You got to work hard to get them. And we're willing to put in the work because the end result is really the most important thing. Because this is our forever home. This is going to be our forever home. So we want it right. We want our land right. We want everything to be just the way we want it to be. And everybody should enjoy that freedom of having their life be exactly what they want it to be. But I'm going to let you guys go now because I got a couple things to do before I get in the truck. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy our journey. I hope you enjoyed the house build. There's a lot more coming on that, guys. But we also have homestead stuff to do. So that's going to be just as interesting moving forward. So until we see you again, y'all take care. Stay warm, stay dry, and be happy. Bye.